Think you could survive the Ice Age? Yeah, good luck with that. So first off, the Ice Age wasn't just winter, but a bit spicier. It was winter cranked up to go sit in the freezer and die levels. The last Ice Age, officially called the Last Glacial Maximum, peaked around 20,000 years ago. And back then, Earth's average temperature was around 4 to 11 degrees Celsius, lower than it is now. Doesn't sound that dramatic? Yeah, okay. You ever walked outside in 50-degree weather and immediately regretted every life choice? Now imagine permanently living in temperatures where even your bones want to quit. Huge chunks of North America, Europe, and Asia were covered in ice sheets, thicker than your ego after one gym session. These glaciers weren't just lying around, they were bulldozing landscapes, swallowing forests, and turning cities, if we had any, into popsicle molds. Now, imagine waking up one morning and realizing your entire life has been taken over by winter. Like, not cute scarf and hot cocoa winter, actual extinction level frostbite fest. Power grid? Gone. Running water? Nope. The only stream you'll find is frozen solid and probably guarded by a territorial dire wolf. Your apartment? Buried under 800 feet of ice. If you wanted to live, you had to work for it. No ordering DoorDash, no calling when your sled breaks down. Survival meant understanding your environment intimately and not crying every time your socks got wet. And clothes. Let's talk about clothes. See, Ice Age people didn't have Patagonia or Heat Tech leggings. They had dead animals. Not just like throw a bear hide on and call it a day either. They custom crafted outfits from reindeer, mammoth, and even rabbit fur, stitched with bone needles and sinew. That's right, they invented fashion with literal bones. Layers were essential. Underlayers of soft fur for insulation, tougher hides, outside to block wind. Meanwhile, you're out here complaining your jacket doesn't have enough pockets. If you tried to step outside in your current winter drip, your body would file for divorce immediately. You want shelter? Hope you like rocks, because that's what Ice Age real estate had to offer. People lived in caves when they could find them, but more often they built structures using mammoth bones, sticks, hides, and straight-up determination. Some even engineered double-walled huts insulated with snow. Fire wasn't just a nice vibe, it was life or death. If you didn't learn how to start one using flint, dried moss, and willpower, congrats, your new identity is frozen meat sack or two. Modern humans panic when the heating bill goes up. Ice Age people were out here creating climate-controlled huts with literal fire science. Now let's get to the menu. Ice Age cuisine was basically, kill something enormous, eat it, don't die. Mammoths, woolly rhinos, giant sloths. These were your main course. Hunting them wasn't a fun afternoon sport. It was a coordinated group effort with spears, traps, and often a solid helping of, hope this doesn't go terribly wrong. And that's if the hunt worked. You also had to scavenge, gather berries, roots, maybe dig up a tuber or two with a stick. Try doing that with numb fingers and predators sniffing around. And oh yeah, no fridges. They preserved meat using cold air, smoke, or burying it. You struggled to eat leftovers after 2 days. These people ate mammoth jerky that was probably older than some of their kids. Social dynamics weren't optional either. You needed people to survive. Small clans worked together for food, warmth, defense, and to remind each other not to eat poisonous berries. They told stories, shared survival techniques, and probably argued over who left bones in the fire pit again. Humans didn't just survive the Ice Age by being strong. They survived by being smart and social. And judging by how many people ghost group chats after 2 messages, I'm not confident modern folks would pass that test. Okay, let's address the elephant in the tundra. You. You personally would not last. Modern humans are not built for this anymore. Like, yeah, maybe you've got a gym membership and watched a couple Bear Grylls episodes, but can you handle constant exposure, starvation risk, and hypothermia without crying into your avocado toast? Our ancestors had thousands of years to adapt their bodies and minds to the environment. You get uncomfortable when the shower takes 3 seconds to warm up. Also, people like to fantasize about just moving to a warmer area. Oh sure, just walk to tropical Africa real quick while dodging saber-toothed cats and avoiding death by dehydration. The warmer regions were already full of animals and other humans who, shockingly, didn't want to share their food with every frostbitten outsider wandering in. So unless you had serious diplomacy skills or a death wish, staying put and learning to hack it in the cold was your only shot. And climate change, yeah, that was happening even then. Earth would go through cycles of glaciation and warming, but these happened over thousands of years. That gave people and animals some time to adapt. Today, climate changes faster than 80s your attention span. Back then, if you weren't adaptable, you died. Today, if the temperature changes by 5 degrees, Twitter starts a panic thread, and someone writes a think piece on how I reclaimed my truth during a snowstorm. So no, you wouldn't survive the Ice Age, not because you're a bad person or anything, but because you're used to a life with microwave popcorn, insulated boots, and indoor plumbing. Ice Age life was hardcore mode, with no tutorial, no pause button, and a constant risk of getting mauled by something with saber teeth or tusks. You weren't built for this. That's okay. Neither was I. But hey, look on the bright side. You do live in an age with thermostats, insulated socks, and a suspicious number of true crime podcasts. So go ahead, enjoy your heating. Pet your dog. Maybe learn to sew with a bone needle just for kicks, because if history ever repeats itself, you're gonna want some practice. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, if it's 30 outside and you're in shorts, congrats, you're a future fossil.